Hey everybody, it's Zeke, and this is... So I'm back with another Dilligolf review of the Mizuno JPX1, but not the one I reviewed a couple weeks ago. This is the JPX1 Select. Before I start the review on that club, that specific club, I want to go back to the JPX1. As I was editing the review and I went ahead and left it up, I'm watching it going, this guy's an idiot. This guy is saying, hey, is it a good trade-off for, you know, only hitting it 150 to 180 yards if everything goes dead on straight? And being someone who's never really hit his driver straight as an arrow, I was excited. So I didn't think logically that I could do that with an iron. Why would I spend that kind of money on a club that only gets me 150 to 180 yards? You get what I'm saying. Now, if I work on my strength, if I work on my anything to get the distance out of it, I would think that maybe I could get more. Averaging about 170 yards on this thing is not that great. So I retract that statement from the last review, although it was kind of funny that I even thought that. Now, for Mizuno's redemption, the JPX1 Select. And I don't understand this at all. Before I go farther into this, let's take a look at me hitting the club. All right, let's try the Select now. This is pretty much the same club. Looks the same, has the same nano alloy. Still that beautiful blue carbon fiber. Just a good looking club. I love that blue. Let's see if putting the word Select on a club makes it hit that much better. That's not the way to do it. Sliced it 180. That one felt good. 95 club head speed, 230 distance, 199 carry, 2700. Okay, so the spin's down now. There we go. These Mizunos are definitely keeping the spin down. I'll definitely give credit on that. There we go. Club head speed seems to be faster. There we go. That was a beast. 95, 220, 203 carry, and 2600 spin. So I'm thinking, I went back to my slice stance where I was slicing it so much, a little bit farther away. I'm thinking if you got a slice, this is pretty forgiving because I creeped it back out to that. I was hooking it bad in what I've done to correct it. I creeped it back out to where I was slicing, and now it's going pretty straight. So, just like that. Not the slice, but forgiveness. 96 club head speed, 244 total, 217. Now the spin's up 3,400, but I'll take it with that. All right, let me do one more. Has 94 club head speed, 221 total, 192 carry, 2,300. All right, I like this better than the standard. It's definitely forgiving because I went back to the way I stand when I slice, and it was going pretty straight. I like it. Basically, it's just, you can do it! I don't want to ever make fun of a company, bash a company, or tear down what somebody does. But in this case, I have to question the company. You get a straight flying ball with the JPX1, but you don't get any distance. You add the word Select to it, and you set it in a compact 460cc player shape, straight to slight fade bias workability. It's the only difference that I see. But it did get the distance. It wasn't as straight as the JPX1 for me. I mean, there was a little more fades and draws and then a couple of slices and a couple of hooks. But I still hit it pretty straight. And I still had the club head speed up. And the spin rate was phenomenal. But with the word Select on the club, I was getting 200 plus yards every time, except for like one or two. I don't really get that. If you understand that, if you understand what made that club better than the one, if you just add the word select and then change it to a 460cc player shape, I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't want to say this is bad practice. I'm just confused by these two clubs. One, I was super excited how straight I hit my drives. Oh my goodness, but 160 yards. The other one was like, wow, this is almost as good as my Max 10K. And you know I love my Max 10K. But it was frustrating that the base model, all you did was add select and change the shape of the club. And all of a sudden I was getting distance and semi-straight. But I wasn't getting as much distance as my Max 10K. You know, I'm gonna still be a snob. So the Mizuno JPX1 Select, I will say definitely a thumbs up. It definitely got more distance than JPX1. I'm friggin' confused. Why? I mean, I'm looking at the clubs. Let's just take this picture for instance. There is just this ever so slight right lean to that little coffin shaped thing right in the middle of the club. Maybe the weight is a little different. It does say it is a little more fade bias, workability. I'm just confused. Mizuno, I love your company. I've always thought you made great products in every sport. This was just odd to me. I don't understand. And I could be a dumbass and I could be going way too deep on the thought process of this, and it's actually a pretty simple explanation, but on the website it is almost too simple. You set the same club, the same technology into a 460cc player shape. I don't know. I give it a thumbs up. If I would have reviewed this one first, I would have given it a huge thumbs up. But I reviewed the base model first, and I don't get it. So if you're looking for a club that you don't want to spend that $650 on, and you want to spend more like $600, this is a great one. I think the JPX1 Select is still $600. Let me check and make sure. It has me on Canadian dollars. Sorry, I was about to tell you it was an $800 club, and then I realized, oh, that's Canadian. So yes, the Select is just 600 bucks, just like the base model. There's that. I mean, that's the review. It's not a whole lot from the JPX1 review. It's just I got better distance, and it did go a little, you know, draw bias at times. I did get back into my old slice stance, and I was hitting it straight, which means that it'll help correct a slice or even a slight fade. I'll give it both of those things. Distance is, let me just, okay.
Oh no! We suck again!
Stop the review. I am basing my review off of the first club that I reviewed, the JPX1 Bare Bones. I'm going to forget it, wipe my brain clean. Okay, JPX1 Select. It does help correct a slice. I was getting around 200 to 250 yards per shot that I was hitting. When I had my correct stance, it did give me a little bit of draw bias. So it was kind of pulling a little left, which is fine because if you're trying to correct a slice, this will help that. I got back into my stance that I was slicing in a lot, and then all of a sudden it was going straight as an arrow. So this will help correct a slice, help. Won't correct it, won't fix it. No club can do that. You got to learn how to do that. You will get the distance. And once you get the hang of it, it hits pretty damn straight. So this is a great club. Thumbs up, JPX1 Select. Sorry I was so biased because I was trying to figure out what the difference between the two was, when really this is a review about the JPX1 Select, which is a great driver. I hope this helped you in some way, shape, or form. It was a little bit of a weird review for me too. You guys are all awesome, and remember, just keep swinging. See you guys.